Hey guys, I just finished watching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 12, Who You Really Are. This episode was definitely very spot on, very perfect, a great episode. Um, you know, it was, right off the bat, I'm trying to give a review for it. It was, 9.9 out of 10. It was great. I mean, there was a lot of build up for this episode, and then the whole kind of series build up to this episode, everything's built up to kind of now is where we are, and everything is out in the open. The whole part with Sky, I love that they're not dragging this out. It's a secret for a very long time and all that stuff. I feel like that's done before. They did that, did in Smallville with his powers, and did that with Arrow and kind of doing that with Flash. Some people know, some people don't know. Now, right now, all the main characters know that Sky has these powers and she's dangerous. She doesn't know how to control them. That's what everyone knows that. The whole don't know how to control powers. That's kind of a new thing for superheroes right now. I mean, there was a few episodes that in Smallville where he did touch on that. He did have that when there was some solar flares going on that kind of made his powers go wonky and stuff like that. And there's always different kryptonite that made him go crazy and stuff. So, but for this time, it's full on powers. This is just she has these powers now for good, and it's just it. This is the first time we're getting that. Whereas all the before it's always been like in Smallville, get the kryptonite out of his blood, or wait for the solar flare, and then the solar flares are gone now. That's it, and then he's fine now. So things like that, and this is definitely nice to see that it's this is just gonna start like this, and I could definitely see so far because they're doing this so big, and she's the first character who Shield has come in contact with. She's gonna be the first character. It seems like she's gonna be the first one to be able to control her powers. Unless somehow someone else is able to control their power, but someone having a power that as dangerous as hers and as big as hers, being able to control it on their own is very, I think it's going to be very difficult. So I definitely can see her, I'd love to see her become one of the Inhumans like that from the movie, be one of the main characters on the movie in the movie. I think that would definitely be something very cool to see. And just kind of maybe they could do that, and then that would be one way to get everyone to go back and rewatch, Shield and stuff like that, kind of play on that idea. I think that would definitely be cool to see Sky, one of the main characters in the Inhumans movie, being one of the ones that the one like the leader type thing, who's already the person who's already experienced, always controlled. Because by the time the Inhumans movie comes out, I feel like she's going to be so controlled over this powers, and she's going to be so good. And I definitely like the trailer for next week's episode with the whole, her kind of trying to not control her powers, but I like the idea, kind of like in the Hulk. In the Avengers, where Hulk, he pointed his powers. He was able to just, we want to get this guy, so let's track him. Take this. We want to attack this new bad guy, this new person with powers or whatever, and we want to get them. So bring them into the open, somewhere away from people, where you could just let Sky loose on people. I think that idea is definitely going to be very cool to see as it goes slowly by slowly, and see how it goes. And I definitely can't wait to see how they play with it. I mean, at the end when Mac said, we got to save, we don't have to protect her, we have to protect us from her and stuff like that, and that was so cool. And I was thought for a second there, I was like, oh my god, no, she's running out, she's gonna leave the team. And then when she went into the plane, I guess she went into that secret room in the plane, or the secret room, not the one where they had Ward in and that stuff, but the one, the interrogation room from the first episode. That was definitely cool to see her go back there. But I definitely want to see how they explain how that's going to make it any difference, because she was just shaking up the whole building before. So how is she not going to shake up this room? What is so special about this room to do? I mean, we've seen about this room that people with powers couldn't break out of the room, but her powers are totally different. She doesn't shoot fire, or shoot ice, or or become super strong or anything like that. She just shakes everything around her. So that aspect, how do you control and at least contain that? I mean, the whole Icer thing was pretty cool, seeing her do that. I guess I would like to have seen a little bit more about that Icer, because they did say it was a tester one, but maybe May didn't have a tester one or anything like that. It was just the normal version of an Icer. I think, but putting in the arm was kind of an interesting choice. but I think it would have been much more dramatic and I mean, visually more effective to the audience is if she had just put it in the head, and then we see the icer go everywhere. That definitely would have done it. Like a bruise up here or something like that she could hide with her hair or stuff like that. That would be kind of cool to see that. I think that would kind of just something like even like a scar or something like that. And then later on, once she kind of controls everything and she becomes the person helping other people with her powers, kind of like the Charles Xavier effect, which I can kind of see her becoming one of those characters later on once she's controlled her powers, being able to teach other people how to control their powers. I think that'll definitely be cool. It'd be cool to have her, if she was able to, at least now she could probably show her arm or something like that, to be like, oh, it's always still tender or something like that or whatever, and just be, have that kind of effect. But then the whole, getting onto the whole Bobby and Mac there, that thing, which is, whoa. I mean, I kind of can't figure out what's going on with them. They're clearly not Hydra, but Mac's going to this a bit far, I feel like eventually Mac's very loyal to whatever this is, to whatever the secret is. But I feel like maybe Bobby might, might spill the beans, to tell Coulson or something like that. Definitely would like to see what happens with, Hunter. I mean, is he gonna wake up, somewhere tied up? Is he gonna kill him? Is he gonna? What are they gonna do? I mean, clearly he's not gonna kill him. He would have pulled out an icer or something, and he would have snapped his neck because he could have easily. But he's just put him to sleep, or at least what it looks like. He just knocked him out. So who knows what's going to happen with that. That would definitely be interesting to see how that whole aspect goes with the show. I feel like that could be something. I hope they don't just have him like, oh, he woke up, doesn't remember what happened, stuff like that. I want him to wake up, someone else find him and wake up and be like, oh, Mac did this to me, and then throw everything on the table and trying to find out, go straight to Coulson and do it that way. Or even maybe Bobby find him and she be like, oh, Mac, you've gone too far, or something like that. That would be the way I'd like to see it going, instead of drawing this out too long. I know we just got back second episode since this year, actually, in 2015, but definitely want to see stuff like that go on, because a lot of things drag on in the show and whatnot. I'd like to see that kind of wrapped up, but I feel like we probably won't be having that wrapped up anytime soon. But definitely can't wait to see what happens tomorrow, next week, actually. I mean, with all the powers and stuff like that, that'll definitely be cool to see. So I'm gonna get stuck in this before I go on too long. And let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. And let me know what you think. Do you think that S.H.I.E.L.D will become like the leader of the one of the prominent Inhumans in the movie? Would you like to see her do that? I mean, she would kind of be, just by being the first person to to really be out there with her powers right now, for all we know. I mean, other people could have had powers for a lot longer, but she's kind of the first one who will be able to really control it, and not just running away from her powers and stuff like that. I think that'll definitely be she'll kind of be, looks like she'll be the first person for that. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.